with the news on. Get down.
Let me clear my throat. Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better. Somebody pass around the offering. Since I'm always preaching on tracks, you feel me? I'm about to get paid for it. Sermon of the day. You right where you supposed to be, baby. Informant, that information forming. Important you get a portion of fortune pouring. Confession, fortunately, blessings on now they snoring. You mellow, so focused on scoring. Got you underperforming. I never expect something, never assume nothing. Judging me for my past, but that's why I'm triumphant. I don't demand, I know where I stand like engineer hands. Watch how my life pans. That game plan, show out like a drata, pop out like a cutter. Telling the quick rock, skipping the course, squares like hopscotch. This gonna be my mood to my beat drop. Putting my boogies, using my diddy boots, ain't no stop. I'ma make the rest of my life live. Yeah, I'ma make the rest of my life live. I'm gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life. Yeah, I'ma make the rest of my life live. I'ma make the rest of my life live. I'm gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life. Congratulations on the celebration. I know I'm dope without a need of a validation. No congratulations on no celebration.
Hey family, how y'all doing? Happy Friday. It's not Friday. I'm ready for it. It's Friday. In my head it's Friday, y'all. How y'all doing? Let me start again because Happy Thursday, everybody. How are y'all doing tonight? Welcome in. What's good? What's popping? What's happening in your world? Yes, I am so confused to what day it is. But that's all right. Y'all here with me, so it doesn't matter. Why? Because we are in this together, right? So, happy February, everyone. How you doing, Bravo Nation fam? I hope everybody's doing all right. We are already into the second month of the year. Look at us showing off and showing out, right? Oh my goodness, can you believe it? It is the month of love. Anybody ready for it? Anybody ready to be loved? Anybody ready to show some love, get some love, give some love? Somebody ready to be loved? Any of that? How are y'all? How are y'all? I am happy. I am excited. I will get to the chat in a second. But again, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Bravo Sheila Network. It is Thursday night with me, your favorite girl, Lady Dawn B, here to have great dynamic conversation with each and every one of you. And I am always happy and excited when you have come to join in the conversation with us. This month is our month of love. As people have deemed it, Valentine's Day is upon us, and not only is Valentine's Day upon us, but cuffing season. We always talk about that. We talk about cuffing season in like September, October, because we know that's when the tomfoolery and the shenanigans start to begin. But this is when it starts to dwindle down and shift. This is the end of the cuffing season. Those warm relationship moments, where the cuddle buddies, are now starting to make their departure from our lives. Well, some of us, and so Fluffy Nation, you know who you are. I always tell y'all, beware, be careful, be cautious. That's the who are on the team thicker than a snicker. You know how we do. We become real popular in the winter seasons, so I don't know. Some of us may have relationships that are lasting a little longer because I guess according to Groundhog's Day that it's going to last a little longer. I don't know. I never believe it. And, I don't listen. That groundhog don't even know where he is. He can't even see. So why are we trusting him to see his shadow? He don't even open his eyes. He's half blind. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, I'm glad that you tuned in with us tonight. I am excited. I'm happy. I'm also sleepy. So I don't know what you're going to get out of me tonight, but whatever it is, it's going to be good, right? So again, welcome in everyone. This is a place where we have open and honest conversation. We keep it real. We keep it raw. We keep it right. We keep it tight. And we just want to have real conversation with real people, real resolutions. This is not a Christian-based network. Although those of us who do come on the platform, most of us are believers. However, that does not mean that we are open and we are welcome to everyone's thoughts, feelings, opinions. We want to hear from you. We want you in the chat. We want you to share with us. We want you to talk and dialogue with us. Whatever your moral compass is, please do share. Our number one rule, request, and really our number one rule, we really only have one, is respect. And we look for respect to be shown in the comment section as well as on the platform. And if at any time disrespect is found, unfortunately, we will have to have our security be amazing. She wears many hats. The same woman who greets you and who will welcome you is the same woman who will escort you out and put you on the outside of the doors. And she is none other than our very own, the amazing moderator, Z in Kenya in the building. She says, hey, Sheila Bravo with Sheila Network. And see, my chat don't want to act right tonight. Okay, we're going to keep it moving. And then she says, hey, Dawn B. So, hey, Anae, we thank you for being here always and being on your post, being in place, and just greeting everyone and allowing things to move slowly and smoothly and swiftly. And we appreciate your presence. So, guys, as you know, I'm a God's girl. So, again, you're going to get a little Jesus when you get me every time. So, again, whatever your moral compass is, we invite you to share with us, talk, dialogue, have conversation. I think the month of February is going to be a good month because we're going to talk about love in a major way. Just different aspects, not in the way that we necessarily are used to, especially this time of year. But we're gonna hit it from some different angles, y'all. So let's see who's in the chat before we get started. Just loading in the galley. So my favorite girl, my sis Lisa, Sidewalk Therapy, is in the building. Listen, y'all need to follow her on Facebook. She is such an amazing writer, and just the gems that she shares, she gives it to you straight and raw from the curbside. You need to tap into her Sidewalk Therapy. Love you, girl. She wrote a piece the other day. And I asked her to tag me in it because I didn't want to miss it. I don't want to tell y'all about it because I want y'all to go find her, follow her on Facebook, and read the things that she writes and shares. It is amazing. So welcome in, Lisa. Glad you made it tonight. And let's see who else is in the building. Of course, none other than my mama, the one and only Pastor Rosa, is in the building with us tonight. Hi, Mommy. Glad to see you. Thank you for joining. Glad you are here. She says, good evening, everyone. Have a great show. And of course, she's making fun of me now, saying, wow, Thursday is your Friday. That's okay, though. Listen, I'm so glad the week is coming to an end. I wouldn't even care what day it was. In my mind, it's been Friday for 4 days already. So that's where I'm at. Yes, you are back. You are back. You are back. I'm glad you are back. And we got to get you on this side of the platform. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me one moment. Sorry, guys. Just had a little commercial break needed to take. All right. And my sissy, what? Cammie is in the house. Hey, beautiful. How are you doing? I'm so glad you stopped in on tonight and to join us for a little conversation. I'm glad you are here. I love it. I love you, girl. But yes, y'all, please go to Facebook. And when you do, make sure you find Sidewalk Therapy. Our sister Lisa, she is amazing in the gems and the jewels that she shares. And I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I apologize. This is what happens when you have kids. I'm just being honest. You know, interruptions. Anyhow, you already know, Sissy. I love you. I love you with my everything. I love you everything within me. So y'all, I hope you're ready for a great conversation. We're gonna see where it goes and how it goes. Y'all know how we do on Thursday nights. Anything is possible. But we bringing a cap to cuffing season, and the thickers and the snickers and the fluffy nation. And tonight we're gonna have a talk about plus size love, because I'm finding that all of a sudden there's a sudden rise in the attraction to the thicker community, which is amazing to me. It's really amazing. Oh, of course. Lisa, listen, I'm telling you, y'all got to go check out Lisa's writing will change your life. Sidewalk therapy. Okay, she's been on with us. She's part of Bravo family. She's been on with us usually on Monday night. Monday nights beyond the mic, but we're gonna get her over here on a Thursday night because she makes it so plain and simple and tells it like it. T-I-T-S. T-I-S. We might even have to put on the Z for Lisa. It might be T-I-Z. But it will bless you. It will really touch your heart and really make you reflect the things that she writes and how she writes and what she writes about. I think the last time she allowed me to read one of her poems that fell in line with our topic that night. I got to go back and get that one because that was real good. But listen, so let's jump into this conversation. And so, per usual, because this is the 20 and the 2-6. So you know how we are going to kick this off, right? Okay, so y'all ready? Because I know Coach Theo is ready, because this is her favorite time. So let's do what we do. So tonight on this very mic, you're about to hear, I swear, y'all, the best podcast of the year. So cheerio. Yo, scream what? Bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is the Dawn B show that is nominated for the BB Online Awards Podcast of the Year. Come on, somebody. That's right. You're not just watching anybody, but you're watching somebody. Okay, you're watching a few somebodies. So let us bring up y'all know, America has their favorite. And here on Bravo, we have our favorite. She's our favorite girl. You know her. You love her. She is a bright light. She is full of brilliance, jewels, gems, knowledge, wisdom, all of that. She'd even be a little hood if you make her. But, we keep it straight. And we are always ladies, even when we have to get a little gully with it. So come on, say hello. Amazing Coach Theo in the building.
Hey sis, good evening.
Hey sis, how are you? Y'all forgive my computer is so slow today. All right, we're gonna get her up on this stage. Trying to give it a second to do what it does. It's deciding whether it wants to let her up today. All right, let's try this one more time. There she goes, Miss America. How are you, sissy?
I'm doing better. I had a little cold, but I'm good.
And I think you're muted.
No, I'm not. I'm not muted.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, no, I'm better. I had a little cold, but I'm good now. How are you? How was your trip?
It's good to see. Jacksonville owes me nothing. It was good. It was great. It was amazing. I enjoyed myself, even though it was cold. It was New York cold, but it was still really, really nice. I thought I was going to get away with no jacket and no coat, but that was not the case at all. But I did. I enjoyed myself. I can't wait to go back and have another great time. And they says, "Hey Theo."
Hi, Nay.
So, oh, and hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it together tonight. Yeah, I know when you have kids, like adult children, sometimes are worse than little kids. They really are. You just, but we're not gonna go there because that's gonna put me in a different space. And I want to
Yeah.
keep my happiness on today. I don't want to, I'm like, why? But okay, can I just say this? Can I just get this off my chest? Why they want to talk to you when you're doing stuff and they can clearly see you doing stuff because this is stuff that you do every Thursday night. We keep it real here, right? Like every Thursday night at this time, I do the same thing. I'm in the same. So I understand why you're talking to me now. There's no
No,
need to talk to me now.
you know that their emergencies are emergencies to them. So
It's not. You had one job, and it's not to talk to me right now. Like what are we doing? Oh my goodness! I tell you. So added on the conversation, and I'm so glad that he's here. I'm gonna bring him up while we have him, because this guy here, I mean, this guy, he has, this guy, this one. There's so many things I can say about him that, I don't even know where to begin. Anytime he puts pen to paper, let me backtrack. Anytime a thought comes to mind,
yes,
okay, it explodes. It becomes illuminated. And the thing about when his thoughts explode, like it hits all over the place, so you never know where it's gonna hit you, but be prepared to be hit, and you just gotta take it. You just gotta sit in it. You just gotta let it sting because the way he writes and shares, it pulls stuff out of you that you ain't want to talk about, but you ain't got no choice to talk about it now, And so now here we are. So now he put you in a feeling that you didn't even know that you had or even wanted to acknowledge. But by the time you finish, you are all right. It's for the better. So, he started as, AJW the poet, but I'm glad to say. Then he graduated to Mr. Courageous Vulnerability, but he did not stop there. No, he did not. And I'm sure there's more to come. But you know him, you love him. He is the amazing. Let me see, because I gotta put his names together right. Mr. Coach Courageous Vulnerability is in the building. AJW, the poet himself. What's popping, bro?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
how you doing?
I was about to ask who else coming on the
We
panel?
good. How are you?
I'm glad I'm not the only one because that's how I be feeling. I'm like, who is
See?
this? So
It did it? Oh, I think it paused, but yeah. How's
Listen,
everybody
this
doing?
is y'all are so deep. There's so many facets to y'all that that y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know who y'all are. See, you don't know, but we know. And the odds are evens on tonight. He is the reason why we have disclaimers. He will definitely bust out a Dr. Seuss analogy. He'll take you to the witness or bust out some OJ Commodores or the Whispers song to get his point across. Y'all know him and you love him. And he is, as you know, Paris's sparring partner. Who else can say, hello, Paris, like he does? But Sir Eric is in the building.
hey, bro.
What's poppin', E?
Hey,
Hello, Fluffy Nation. How you doing?
What's going on?
It's Pop. It's Fluffy Nation Thursday, baby.
Hey, he said it. He said it.
Ready to go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's right, Cammy. Let them know. Let them know. Cammy said Dawn definitely gonna announce you. They know.
Yeah.
We know. Listen, if I can't do nothing else, I'm gonna make sure that you get bigged up, okay? I'm gonna make sure that people know who you is and who you be before it's all over.
Yes.
So I'm glad to see y'all. I hope you all have had a great week. and we're gonna dig into this conversation again. I don't know where it's going. What you say?
I said we gonna talk about your connection.
Oh.
You know, this delaying and you freezing up and coming back in and all this, like it's the Matrix.
Is that what we doing? Okay, dude.
I got you though. I'm gonna send you something that's gonna help improve all.
Okay, do I work for the internet? I listen, I'm a supervisor of customer service. I do many things. Internet is not mine. Okay. So if you would like to come fix it for me, I don't have any problem with that. But we're not here to talk about that tonight. We're not.
No.
We're not here to talk about that.
No, we're not.
Y'all know what to do. So
Serious tonight, she got a reading.
right,
glasses.
we're gonna play nice because you forget I ain't Paris. I ain't Paris.
Is she on?
Not yet. She's not
Oh.
here.
I wanted to match your glasses. I didn't want you to feel alone.
Oh, we doing the glasses.
No, not yet.
All right. I see what kind of night it's going to
So
be.
anyway, guys, tonight's conversation, we are talking about plus size love. Now,
I'm not gonna be the
come
only
on,
one.
Justin. Look at that. He done said
I'm not gonna be the only one.
Hey, what did I say? Are those gazelles?
we team spectacle tonight. We want to see what's gonna happen. See, Eric, we didn't want you to be
Get
alone.
ready to put on the
You
spectacles.
and I,
Oh, there go Paris. Look, you done spoke her up.
right. Per usual. Oh, I'm gonna say, oh, and look, Eric, you were so concerned. Here she is.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Good
dun.
Hello,
Good evening, y'all.
Paris.
Hi, Paris.
He says, how is Eric throwing shade and half the time you can't hear him? Wow.
Coming out
And so it
swinging out of the
begins.
left corner.
I was going to say she came.
Everybody can hear me except you, Paris. They have these things called cotton
No,
swabs.
that's not true. Cammie says, everybody get your next set of eyes on. That's right. This is teamwork on Thursday night. This squad, we stick together. So I want to ask y'all in this conversation tonight, you know, we talked about cuffing season back in September, and we talked about what it is and how during that time, the thicker community, you know, those of us who are multi-layered, you know, all year round, seems to be a heightened sense of attraction for some, for most, for many, maybe. You know, I mean, I don't have that. I don't have that problem. Yeah, because I'm all year round. I'm just saying. I'm a hottie all year round. That's what I do. Yeah. True to this. We're true to this thick side. Okay, that's what we do. But you know, we've talked about sharing information with those who may not be aware of what cuffing season is and the time period, just so that we can emotionally prepare ourselves and mentally secure ourselves and just, you know, not fall for false onsets of relationships that people are not really into us. Because, you know, we all have preferences. We all have what we like. We all aesthetically know what appeals to us. We all are attracted to, you know, certain physiques, and that's fine and that's wonderful. But I'm of the mindset that no one is better than the other. It's really just a personal preference. Do y'all agree?
Yeah.
Disagree?
I agree.
Agree.
I agree.
Absolutely, I agree.
Right. So one of the things that irritates me as a thicker woman is, you know, and we had this conversation. I love doing this when we do, you know, normally I would put it in the way of, I think the last show we did in it was when people say you're pretty for a big girl, which makes me want to poke you in your throat every time I hear that. Yeah, right in the trachea. It just makes me want to, because people don't understand how that is very, I'm just saying. I'm like, oh, am I? I'm pretty for, so if I wasn't a big girl, I wouldn't be pretty, or like, so what is it that, help me understand what you're saying. you know, because people think that they're really complimenting you, and it's really not. They don't understand, you know, because it's the same thing like saying you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, or oh, you're handsome for a light skinned man, you know, where you are taking away the compliment. Just let somebody be pretty, let them be handsome, let them be beautiful. We all have things that are imperfect about us. There are people I know who are size 6 and still not satisfied with themselves, you know. And then some men will look at a size 6 and be like, I don't want that, you know. Like you know, just no disrespect to anybody. We just talking today, you know. And so we have to be more conscious of how we speak and how we're addressing and how we are complimenting. Now, have any of you ever experienced a backhanded compliment like in that way? Whether it's something that stood out to you about someone else, well, stood out to you to someone else, you know, or like, oh, you know, well, you're handsome for a tall guy, or you know, like those kind of things. Have y'all experienced it?
I can't say that I
I
have.
can't say I've experienced that. It amazes me that people actually do that, but I have not.
No, yeah.
No, I haven't.
I have not.
Have you ever found yourself saying those type of things?
Oh no.
Oh no! Why would like that?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No. Nope. That's a
No.
level I don't want to go to. I don't want to go. You know, that's a level I wouldn't want to go on, because that's a level of disrespect when you say something like that.
Absolutely no.
You know what? I will say I have
Right.
experience when I was when I had lost like back, you know, years ago, a lot of weight. Like people telling me I was too skinny or I look like a crackhead, stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
Like I have experienced that now that I think about it. You know, like it's funny how people will give
Right.
you unsolicited opinions, right, about yourself. But I have experienced that. Like when people thought I was too thin, they were not shy in telling me that.
I mean, you know what? I think if you say it that way, I my heaviest weight was 310. And when I lost weight, even now a lot of the people that know me has known me long term. They're like, man, how much more weight you gonna lose? And I'm like, as much as it take. I don't know. Like I'm just trying to lower my A1C. I don't really care about the weight.
Yeah. So I think people need to be conscious of the fact that, you know, sometimes you don't really know why.
Right. So it's crazy how people say,
Oh, she really on the delay.
don't be like that.
What? I'm sorry.
All right, hold on.
But
I'm
when
going.
you said it, I said, yeah,
I'm
he
gonna fix
came.
this in 2 seconds. Talk about yourselves.
She said, talk amongst yourselves.
I was waiting,
I'm
Eric.
gonna go back on
Yeah.
and talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
So I was saying that it's
Eric,
funny to
Eric,
me how people,
Eric,
okay, she back.
Eric.
Hey,
Hold on, y'all. So I'm gonna put some comments up. Theo, can you read the comments while I adjust things, please?
Yes. So Paris said, AJ, those glasses should be in my collection. So she wants your glasses. Okay. Where's the next one? Then she said, they call that a backhanded compliment. I guess talking about you know, when they say you look
you look good for a big
good
girl.
for a big girl.
Yeah.
But I feel like people will.
I'm like, I look good anyway.
I mean, I feel like people are just not conscious of the fact. Like, remember when what's his name, Chadwick, right? How people used to comment on all the weight that he had lost, and then you find out he has a major illness, right? So I think sometimes people don't even stop to think, right? Like, if you have a thought, you don't always have to say what's on your mind. Like it doesn't always have to come out of
Right.
your mouth, right? Because you never know what someone is going through or what they're dealing with. And somebody may have lost weight because they're sick. Somebody may have gained weight because they're sick, right? They're on steroids or something. So, I just think people need to be mindful of just sharing, unsolicited opinions or advice.
Now, since you mentioned the steroid situation, so my dentist put me on a steroid for my jaw a month and a half ago
Mm-hmm.
with my jaw, and the steroids actually made me gain more weight. So I went back up to almost 280, and I was down to 250.
Mm-hmm.
So now I had to call my primary, because I'm on Mounjaro for my A1C.
Yeah.
So I had to let him know that the lower dosage wasn't working. So he upped me to the 7.5, which I have to start using on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, just to get this. I'm trying to get back down. My weight really is supposed to be 185. I'm not going there. I'm not going there, because that's gonna
But
be
that's based on the scale that is not really made for.
right. I look good at 220.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable weight for me. So if I can get back down to 220, I'm good and everything. So, I'm just working on it. And that's that's what people need to do. They need to have the confidence to make sure that they say to themselves, if you want to lose weight, you can lose the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't lose so much weight.
Yeah.
Right now, a picture of Venus or Serena yesterday, and I was like, ooh, God, like she lost too much weight and everything to now. Yes, she looks like a crackhead. You wouldn't recognize the girl if she walked down the street. That's how bad she really.
Yeah, but we don't know why she lost all that weight. Maybe something is wrong.
But she didn't have a lot of weight to lose. You see what I'm saying? Her body was already fine after she had the baby. She didn't have that baby fat and all that other stuff. But now she done dropped down where it looks like she like 110 pounds.
Yeah.
And that doesn't look good on that. That doesn't look good on her, because it makes her look like she's sick.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to be mindful about. When, like you say, when you lost a lot of weight, people, they making backhanded comments and stuff like that and so forth, but you don't know how that person lost, or whatever the case. I have a friend that did the sleeve, and she was almost 400 pounds. Now I think the last time I spoke to her, she was down to like 170, and all. That's fine, but now you got to go through the process of getting all that extra hanging skin taken care of, because you drop the weight so fast, you're not gonna be able to tone that all up into muscle and everything. So yeah.
But for me, like I said, I'm just amazed why people just feel like they have a right to just have an opinion about you.
Yeah, they don't.
You do, but like you said, all opinions, Henry, don't need to be expressed all the time. There's some things that it's okay that you can keep to yourself. You don't have to say every single thought that comes to your mind, because then it makes, it like, who made you the judge and jury? I may not be what you like, but who's to say I'm gonna be toxic. Who's to say you have good taste? So that's who's to say? Who's to say? You like what you like, and that's fine. But also, like you said, Theo, you never know why a person is in the body that they're in. And even like you said, and Justin mentioned, someone may have thought you were the sexiest thing, Justin, at 310, but it wasn't healthy for you. So now you are slimmer, and smaller, but you're healthier, and you're doing it for you. Like, we have to be able to, if you're going to love me, then love me. I say, I wouldn't care. I've always had the mentality that I don't care what size I am. If you can't love me at my heaviest, you surely can't love me at my lightest. Because when it comes down to it,
if you cannot love me and accept me fully for who I am, because the core of who I am is not going to change. And that's what it's about, you know, and our bodies are temporary anyway. And yes, we should take care of them. Now, I do want to mention we're not promoting, you know, on unhealthy living. We are not condoning, you know, not taking care of yourself. Yes, there is, you know, there should be levels of health. You should be concerned about your health, no matter what size you are. But we also have to remember that everybody is not the same size. Everybody's not meant to be the same size. Everybody's genetics are different. You know, your DNA is different. You know, my brothers and sisters are all tall. I'm 5'5".
Mm-hmm.
My sister's what, like 5'10", 5'11",
Mm-hmm.
and she's the shortest out of the three of them. Right? She's about that. She's right.
Taller than me, and I'm 5'10". So she
See
even.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My sister, and she's the shortest out of the three of them, and I'm 5'5". Like, I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? I got the other stuff. You
Well,
know.
what do they say? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, you know, and that's the problem is what you behold in your eye socket. You know, what's beautiful to you.
Exactly, because what one person might like I have friends that'll be like, "Oh, he's fine," and I'll be like, he's all right," right? Like so.
Right.
Like, okay, if you like it, if you love it, I like it for you.
I think it all like when people come up to me and they be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful" or whatever, and I'll be like, "Thank you," right? But the internal beauty is far supersedes this external stuff that you're seeing, right? And so I think that's the other people feel, right? Is you looking at the exterior that changes, right?
Absolutely.
That's gonna be okay with me as I grow older, right? You know, like you said, we can't control what happens to us, so you know. Love me for who I am, but look past what you're seeing on the outside, because some of the most beautiful, gorgeous people have the nastiest attitude.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, you know, that's a good point. And we're going to come to that. We're going to come to that for sure, for sure. I just want to read some comments right quick. Sidewalk Therapy, Miss Lisa says, we were taught that comfort is something other people get to, something other people get to have about us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm with it. Listen, you can have whatever you need, sir and ma'am, but I'm still going to be me at the end of the day. She also says, someone told me that they expected me to be a lot skinnier for someone who had walked across the country.
Well, what does that mean?
What?
Like who says that?
So for those of you who don't know, Lisa literally walked across the country, like took us on the journey. Like she literally walked across the country. Okay. Like for real, legit. I can't say it no plainer. Literally. Okay. Was in hammocks, was in cabins, was like, and shared the journey with us. I'm so confused by that statement too. Like, please tell me.
Like, did they
Who said that, Lisa?
Just walked up and be like, "Oh, you would be scared."
I'm like, please. And I think sometimes people get the misunderstanding that because you work out and because you eat healthy, that you're gonna be like skin and bones all the time. No, you know, working out builds muscle. You know, it develops your body. Why would you be smaller? You know, and it may not be healthy for you to be smaller. You know, what do they want you to be anorexic? You know, and then people will have something to say about that as well. Please tell us who said that, because we want to pay them a visit, New York style.
Yeah, please.
Some of the thinnest people are the most unhealthiest.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
It's like, eat something.
Yeah,
Please.
so, like, let's talk about that. Like, it's about being healthy.
Right. All around. Mentally.
It amazes me that people actually walk up to people and say stuff like this. Like,
in real life, y'all. Only on Thursday nights will you get, because what? Tonight on this very mic, you're about to hear.
Yeah,
But
how do
it's
you
true.
how do you fix your mouth to say that to somebody?
Yeah.
Like, I expected the slap I'm finna put on your face not to hurt as much.
You know what? That's a good response. I like it. I like
Exactly.
that one.
That's crazy.
And then and people are just okay with it. And I think, the shocking part is like we display amazing restraint. When people make comments and stuff like that, it really tests my Jesus, and it lets me know like I'm really saved for real. Like I really am. Like, I done really messed around with God way too much and then crossed over into like a real level of relationship and salvation, because the other side of me would be scraping your face on the concrete to the white meat asking you to repeat what you said. Like I couldn't hear you, huh? Because
Lady
how,
daughter, my name's still Cephas. I ain't Peter yet.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, wait, what? It'd be the audacity for me, and they think like they really doing a good thing. And this is what I say, we have to be really conscious about how we talk to each other and the things that we're saying before we say them. Um, and okay, let me get through the comments because we was getting ready to tap in somewhere. It was about to be like 8:30 for real. Yeah, I felt it. I felt the spirit of 8:30 rising up real strong and quick.
You and your brother there. Yeah, I was about to go there.
We sure was. Justin, we was gonna make them tap out. Listen, Justin be throwing trees around, y'all. Okay, he lifts trees and stuff, so y'all need to stop playing. All right, and I'm a table turner. I was taught by the South Side Jesus. That one. Yeah, I got the lion salvation, not the lamb. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, let me
He
get back
said,
to the comments. So we'll
"Hey,
bring it back in. Have a kumbaya moment. Paris says, as a big girl, I always say, if I get sick, I'm more likely to survive longer.
What is wrong? Oh my God.
Oh, only that. Only
That's real, though, Paris. That's real. If I get sick, I'm more likely to survive longer than my skinny friends. If they get sick, that's true. You see, the fluff helps you sometimes, because if you get the flu and you man down, it might save you, because we can afford to 50 pounds can fall off of us and we'd be all right.
let's say we
50
can.
pounds may fall off for the skinny gorgeous chicken, you might not make it. We might be having a memorial for you. You know, I'm just saying that's real. That's real. You're only here on Thursday nights. Only here on Thursday nights. Let's see. Can we get Eric one of the? You know what?
Okay. What it?
Mm-mm. So it says okay. So Paris said, "Speak the truth, Coach. We're just going to keep going."
No,
And
wait.
my sis says losing weight for you and his being healthy is the most important thing. It is, no matter what size you are, no matter what size. What trips me out, and I'll be honest, I'm like, I can't help how I'm built, to a degree. I can't help how I'm built. So no matter how much I weigh, I'm still gonna be built and shaped the same way. Fine, no problem. A lot of times as heavier men and women, we are very uncomfortable and very self-conscious because of how other people will make us feel instead of embracing our own bodies. And we will think that we have to become this particular size because like size 12 or 14 is like, that's the size, that's it. That's the winning ticket. When you go to the gym, and I got real indignant with myself one day because I was so aggravated. Going in the gym and seeing all these slimmer women in there, y'all working out just like I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you really know better than me. I may be trying to get to, not even trying to get to where you are, but then you're trying to get to where I'm at. You trying to add something onto you that you ain't got, sis. You have women who, again, are, you're working out, you're trying to lose this. If we're all on the same journey,
Yeah.
why the discrimination and why the hate and why do you become frustrated? Because truthfully, Us thick people, we be over here minding our business. You know what I'm saying? We just be over here drinking our water, minding our business. We ain't bothering nobody. We enjoying ourselves. And all of a sudden, it's always, I find in this season, and tonight might be a little toxic, but it's always some, I don't know if y'all seen on TikTok the clip of this very pretty, slim girl who made a video and said people who are fat, overweight, obese don't deserve to be loved.
Oh yeah, I saw her foolishness.
What?
And the way people came for her,
And they tore her up.
they
tore her up.
did. They're like, what does that have to do? You know, but it's like, ma'am, nobody was bothering you. And why are you so bothered? If you're not in this body, you know, I'm not taking up your seat on the bus. I'm not, you know, using your armrest on the plane. I'm not buying the loaf of bread that you wanted. So why are you upset? I need some, you know, some confrontational thin people to tell her why are you so bothered by the thickness? What is it that's disturbing you? You know.
I was hoping that she was doing that just to get like
That had to be. She was attention.
I was like, please. I was like, is she looking for attention? Because I was like, please don't really come on here and believe this. But it did seem like she really believed the foolishness that she was talking about.
Well,
I really believe she believed it. I really believe that that's how what she felt in her heart and her mind, and her mentality. But I realized this too, that when it comes to places of discrimination, you are projecting your insecurities on other people.
Yeah.
You know, you're not secure within yourself, so you need to find a target so that you can make yourself seem superior or better than, you know, something to compare yourself to so that you have some extra value or worth. And if you just embrace who you are, you know, you would be better instead of we're not in competition. Like I love telling people this, you can't compete where you don't compare. Like we're just not the same. You know.
Well, also, who are you when you take off your weave and you take off your makeup, right? And you do all of that other stuff, right? Like who are you? Right? Like that's the other thing. The insecurity and the fact that you're trying to create an image because you're not happy with yourself. So let's talk about that.
What you gotta say, Justin? I feel like your wheels is spinning. I see you.
No, what she said. Like if you could take off everything that you are glorified, that ain't you. You wearing a mask.
Yeah.
You trans pretty. You ain't real pretty. Get out of here with that crazy.
I'm hollering. You are what?
Yeah, they transform themselves into something. That ain't really what you like. I gotta defend the Jimmys, right? When you go real gym culture, people ain't looking for you to be a certain way. They real gym culture just want to see you reach your goals. See you if people step back and say, okay, I remember when you first came in here, you was only lifting 75 pounds and I see you up to 125. Keep going. Like that's gym culture. What you look is not that ain't even that big of a deal. I go the gym I go to, I've seen all shapes and sizes in there, right? And as long as I'm seeing the same kind of consistency that I put in, you one of my people. I got people, I've been going to this gym for like 3 years. There are people who I've seen for 3 years. I do not know their name, but every time I see, what's going on? You all right? We don't say names. But I'm just happy to see, hey, we still in here trying. You know, like I said, I don't work out for weight. I work out I'm just trying to make sure when I prick my finger, the number's low.
Yeah.
If I can't sleep and I go do a good workout, it does me better than any melatonin. It does me like there's a psychological release for the workout too. Once you heat your body up and it calm down and then you take a good shower, your body release all kind of and you be calm. So I think that people should consider that those people who are like the reality is when you see people who are super shredded and totally ripped, they're usually doing something unhealthy to their body as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because there's an unhealthy, there's a certain level of body mass that everybody's supposed to have anyway. So we got to get away from this Americanized beauty standard and that bull
Yeah.
crap weight weight
Chart.
The
chart.
metric.
That like that's the most insane thing in the world to me, because if that's the case, almost every NFL player in the league technically every NFL player in the league is obese.
If you
All of them.
them.
Some of the healthiest people are obese. Like, let's think about that stuff. That's
Exactly.
insane. I say
Come over
love
here.
who you love. I say, and I honestly, I had to talk to a friend of mine because I'm like, I don't really know what makes somebody plus size. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that is, because I'm like, yo, if we vibe, we vibe.
Mhm.
I don't think about that part of it. So,
Right.
you know, like for me, on charts, I'm obese. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't really know what to do with that, because I'm like, Brother Eric, they say I'm supposed to be 175. I'm 6'1", and I'm cornbread fed from the South. I ain't finna be 175. No. No, I think I would. I think that would be too much for me. I gotta have a little bit of I gotta look like I'm from the South, and so I ain't doing that. I gotta stick. I ain't, I can't eat cornbread now because it's carbs and it rises my blood sugar. But I'm cornbread fed for life. Black eyed peas and okra.
Mhm.
Come on. Well, I can do without the okra, but I got you.
I was gonna say I
Hey,
took it out the okra, but I
I
could
eat I eat alligator and squirrel and all that stuff. So I'm
I
real
told y'all
soft.
just to be throwing trees around. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm not
I'm
playing
real
in real
soft.
life, real time.
I was gonna say
Okay.
I think I've had alligator. I think
Yeah,
one
no,
of
I
those.
love alligator.
I don't know if it was alligator, frog, like something that tastes like chicken, but it wasn't chicken. It was
That's probably frog. Alligator has a really unique
yeah,
taste.
maybe it was frog. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah,
No.
but I like frog too.
Okay. I'm gonna pass
The
on
way I
both.
look at it is, if an alligator had the chance to eat me, he would. So
So you gonna eat it?
I'm gonna get it back. Survival of the fittest.
And at 175, you wouldn't have been able to do it, right?
I would have been able to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Right, right. No, but realistically, it seems like according to the American standards, anything over 90 pounds is obese, nowadays. So it's like it don't even, and people don't factor in culture, again, your genetics, your DNA, things that are hereditary that run, in your family. Some things skip generations, all of these things, but we just surmise someone up just by their physicality without even taking the time to take a moment and get to know them. Hold on, let's see what else is going on in the chat before we continue on in this conversation. And we're just bringing it to light because as we go through this month of love, I would love for us to learn to love people blindly. Because your physique can change at any time. And I've said this on the show before. You can meet the most beautiful, handsome, fine person today, and y'all are all happy in love. So you think because what drew you to them was their looks. What happens if they get into an accident? What happens, and they lose their looks? What happens if you go blind? So the very thing that drew you to them is no longer there.
Yep.
And now what do you have? Because what attracted you, what you allowed to be the core of your attraction to them, no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
And
like we talked about that. We talked about, right, that person that that I like you enough that I could sit and have a conversation with you, right? Or I could sit with you in silence and be okay, right? Like, because what happens when the looks go away? What happens to that? Do you even like the person? Do you want to talk to them? Do you want to have a conversation?
You know who loves blindly? Stevie Wonder. He loves blindly. because that
Here
man.
he go.
No, I'm being serious.
Him too.
See, you said there you go. I was trying to be serious.
Do you eat? Do you? We don't expect nothing else. We don't.
But he's being
I'm being
serious.
serious
I
because
know.
that man can't see, but he picks his wives up by just feeling.
Feeling their wrist. No, that's Ray Charles. Feel your wrist, right?
You know what I'm saying? Just by touching their face or speaking to them is his connection to them. That's it, and so forth. When you said love blindly, it wasn't. I wasn't trying to say it as a joke, but
No, I get it.
you know what I'm saying? Let's be serious about that, and so forth. I've never seen between him and Ray Charles and the marriages that they've been in, their wives weren't, you know what I'm saying? Was it Ray Charles? Ray Charles had a wife who was a little on the heavy side or whatever the case may be, and so forth, but he still loved her. It wasn't a matter of weight for him, and so forth. It was an attraction that was there.
You know,
He wasn't on drugs when he was on drugs, but you know, the attraction was there.
yeah. Well, you know, one of the things that gets me, and it's a small thing that we said. Wait, let me do this first. Say this first. Is even in your statements, and this is how we speak, and it's not. I just want to bring attention to something. You were saying how, you know, he had one of his wives was heavier, but he loved her.
Right.
It's the clause of the but. That if you hear what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and it's just common things. It's like, oh, she's heavy, but you loved her. And if she wasn't heavy, you would say he loved her. He had a wife, you know what I'm saying, and he loved her. But we often segregate, and it's just how we're taught. You know, it's just what happens in culture and how we speak. That there has to be this close. Anytime you put "but" in a sentence, it dismisses whatever the first thing was that was being said.
So I'll make
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. But this is why I'm saying this is because this is how these are the conversations that we have and how we are so used to it, and it can dismiss. You know, you said it innocently as you should, and you made your point was exactly, it was correct. You know that he had a wife who was heavier. And I would just say, and he loved her, you know, and this is for all of us. Like, instead of saying, but he loved her, because then that makes it seem like this is wrong with her. He loved her, even though this was wrong, you know, or that this was not appealing. And that's a personal preference that a lot of us have. And this is what I'm saying, you know, when we talking about being loved as a plus size person, that word but gets put in a whole lot of sentences. It's very rare that, again, you can just be you're beautiful, period. You know, I've gotten the, you know, for you're shapely for a big girl, you know, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to be? Like, what does that mean? What kind of shape am I supposed to have? I'm supposed to be a circle?
Now,
You know,
now, is this a stranger that's coming up to you and saying, this is somebody you know? Like, I'm just like amazed. Like, people just come up to you and be like,
oh, if it was somebody she knew,
you're shapely for me.
they know better not to say something like that to her.
I was going to say,
most often the funny thing is, okay, the first time I heard that, honestly, it was a guy at the bus stop trying to talk to me. And that's what he was like, but I respected what he said. I actually laughed about it because I respected what he said, and I was laughing because he was trying to be so very cautious and careful not to be offensive, you know. And he was like, I don't want to offend you. He said, and I don't know how to really say this. He's like, but he was saying it from a space of admiring. Like, he really was.
When you start off, I don't want to offend you, usually you're going to offend me.
Well, partially, I believe that too. And I think that partially that is also because not knowing how people are going to take what you're going to say to them. But, you know, as a man, like, he just didn't know how else to say it. Again, I laughed because I thought it was funny. I was like, I'm not offended. you know. And he was just like, you know, because I'm looking at you and the way you're shaped. And he was like, and if you, because he was a gym guy also.
Mhm.
So in his mind's eye, he's looking at like sculpting, working out, you know, like Justin was saying, as long as you're doing, you know, and he's like, wow, like you, like, if you did this here and that there, and it wasn't like, you know, come with me, you know, I'm gonna help you lose 100 pounds and then love you. You know, it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
But
care.
it,
I'm saying this right now, loud and clear. If I feel like I have to say I don't want to offend you to somebody, I'm not going to say what's coming out of my mouth.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Like, I'm not either. I'm gonna find another way to say it, you know. But I'm just saying, in that moment, all I could do was laugh, you know.
Well,
And
did
I
he
was like,
ask you for your number after he said that? Like, what was the point? Like
he did.
now I'm
He
annoyed.
did. He did. No, he wasn't. No, it wasn't. I'm telling you now. I wasn't annoyed because I would have been done cursed him out and dragged him up the bus stop myself. But
Right, you on the bus.
you know, but I had to honestly say his intent was not malicious because I have heard, you know, like I've heard it all. I have. I promise you, I have. You know, but I understood where he was coming from, and he just didn't know how to say it. You know, and I was like, okay, I got you. Whatever. I said, I appreciate it. You know, fine, get it, compliment, got it, no problem. And you know, we went on in conversation. We actually hung out. You know, I didn't have no problems with it. You know, we didn't hang out long, but you know, because it was just other issues. But I was like, okay, cool, no problem. But again, it's the point of when we're adding these words in between when we're trying to compliment, that we are so unaware of the difference that that one word makes. Because on the other side of that, being a heavier person and hearing it, we hear it a whole lot different than how it's being said quite often.
Yep.
You know. So I'm just saying, you know, we need to be more mindful and more careful. And I think, you know, in starting off this conversation for this month, you know, as people are preparing to love on those that they love, above all, you don't have to make excuse for your partner. You don't have to make an excuse or justify why you like who you like or what you like or the way you like them or any of that. You like who you like, you love who you love, and love on that person proudly. You know, one thing I will say is I have found that even bigger men now are feeling some kind of way. You know, I joke, you know, a friend of mine, so this guy made a TikTok and he was talking to the big dudes and was like, listen, brothers, he's like, big dudes, let me tell you something. He was like, don't fall for the okie doke that's going on right now. You know, he's like, because these women out here, they don't love us. They don't want no real chubby guy. They don't really want the big boys. You know, he's like, they want like the Rock big guy or like Terry Crews big guy. He said they don't want us that got some real fluff and he's popping his stomach. And then, you know, I was hollering. And he was like, nah, we ain't going outside. He was like, big brother, stay inside. He said, we're going to revolt. You know, I was like, well, what is going on? He was saying it with his chest. I'm like, so you really feeling some kind of way? And I just realized how the men even are like feeling offended by women all of a sudden. Now you're interested. And I had to agree with him. So I was like, yo, I hear you. I said, I'm team big boy, always have been, always will be, you know, forever. You know, Fluffy Nation, let's rise up, you know, hold y'all down. I said, nah, be telling these women out here, nah. Don't be looking at Big Tony now, you know, go back over there with Pretty Ricky, you know, and Slim Pete. Don't come over here because you know you're not really interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about this. You ain't about this. Don't be trying to infiltrate all of a sudden now, you know, Big Tony is looking right. No. Get out of here. Stick to your kind. Don't come over here with that. Protecting ours. But men are becoming really sensitive about it, saying how women were never attracted to big men before. You know, but now all of a sudden it's like, hey, you know, it's like, no, go from here. You know. Have y'all experienced that as well? Like, did you? I mean, I don't know how engaged you are in the plus community culture,
Yep.
but Eric is shaking his head. Okay, come on, share with us, sir. Eric, as a man.
So a long time ago, long time ago, and you know, was trying to talk to this young lady and everything, and we was doing this online thing. So when it was time for us to meet in person, we exchanged pictures, and so he was like, "Oh, you got a stomach on you." I'm like, "Yeah, so do you?" But no, my right.
And Eric is so ignorant.
But, if you coming for me, I'm gonna come for you.
Always been like that. Always.
I'm not using some steak knife. I'm the big Michael Myers knife. That's it. I'm gonna cut you in the
Oh.
So I said, and so do you. And she's like, yeah, but mine is not out of proportion like yours is.
Oh.
So, sitting there and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, what's she talking about? And so forth. So yes, I had an issue like that and everything. I can deal with it. If you say, if you're not attracted to me, okay, fine. Not a problem. Because you're not attracted to me doesn't mean the next young lady is not, will not be attracted to me. And
So
then,
you don't talk to you because you got a stomach?
yeah. And then what happened was, I started when I was working out and I was gaining a little muscle mass on me. And she saw a picture and she was like, "Oh, I see you getting yourself in shape." I said, "Yeah, I see you're not." But
That's fine.
you tried to come for me, so I came for you. And so, and she's like, "Well, I don't have time to go to the gym." I said, "None of us really have time to go to the gym, but we make that commitment to go at least an hour or two, whether it be a day or every other day or a
I'm
week."
surprised you didn't say you don't have time not to go.
Right. And so forth. She goes, "Oh, well, maybe we can get together and go out for coffee." I said,
No,
"Sorry,
not now.
I no longer drink coffee anymore." Or
Not in my gym regimen any longer.
right. That's not part of my plan. The caffeine can build up calories, and I'm good. I'm trying to drop them, not add them on. But you go ahead and keep drinking your little lattes and your coffees and iced coffees and so forth, and Starbucks. Yes, your 3,000 calorie a day Starbucks. Go ahead and drink it. But I'm good, thank you. So,
But you know what's crazy is that people don't realize how they can be missing out on a great person.
right.
Absolutely.
Because of looking at the external as opposed to trying to get to know somebody.
Right. Yep. For sure.
And then a lot of times too, people, men and women do this. You let your friends talk you out of going for what you like because it's not their preference.
Yeah.
You more concerned about what your boys is gonna say when you roll up with the thick chick because whoever they with is a size 2. Well, maybe again, you may not have good taste, so you may not want me, and that's okay.
And that size 2 might be making their lives miserable as heck.
Listen, if you want somebody that you can throw around the room, or you got to tie a rope to her ankle when the wind blows, then go for that. And listen, I'm not mad at the slim. Listen, I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not. So please don't. You can come for me if you want to. It's fine. But I'm just saying, I'm not reverse discriminating. I'm just saying simple fact. Like if that's what you want, then then go for what you want. But don't project your feelings and your preferences on your boy or your girl. Let them like what you like. We should not have to hide our partners, because of what other people are gonna say. For me, I'm like, whoever I'm with, I dare somebody to make them uncomfortable in my presence or outside of it. It's gonna be a lot of HE double hockey sticks to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I don't play about mine. Like, what? All of that there, whatever it is, light, dark, thick, slim, tall, short, that's mine. And so therefore it's amazing. Say something different.
But the crazy thing is you just said about the whole discriminating, right? It's funny because it's rare that heavy people are gonna have anything to say about someone that is thin, but thin people, oh my God, they have so much to say about somebody that is heavy. So
And it's crazy. It's like,
also this is society, right? The way that's what society sees as, acceptable.
You know what?
everything is normal, but who wants to be normal? Like, what is normal? Normal, there's no such thing as normal. It's just not. Everyone is different. Hold on, let me get to these comments in the chat because the chat is chatting real quick. Paris said there's a black bodybuilding woman who is snatched and is 300 pounds, right? Weight looks different on everybody, the way you carry it. And the reason why it's on you is going to affect you. Some women have hormonal issues, what is that? Cortisol, all different things. Some men have beer bellies because of, it's different. And so, you just got to be mindful. So the weight doesn't disperse the same for everyone. Exactly. It doesn't. Paris also says, so Dawn, when I tell you you can't see without glasses, I should keep my opinion to myself. Yes, Paris. Yes, you should. You know why? Because I know that I can't see without my glasses. I know. I'm working on it, but I have them on right now. Landon, what's good? Welcome in. Landon says, speak truth. Come on now. Paris says, Dawn, you be a shorty. I am a shorty. And listen, I drink a lot of milk just to get to 5'5", all right? Because I was 5'3" forever in a day. All right. I was 5'1" for a long time, and then I got to 5'3", and I felt like that was a stretch. And then one day I was 5'5". I said, "Thank you, Lord. Look at that. The milk worked." Sarah said, "So, Coach, just saying she's fine inside and out." Wow, the humbleness. She's fine. Paris is a mess. Lisa says, "I'm 240 pounds." And you be it, Lisa, and you wear it well. Own every ounce. She says, so many people expected a marathon runner, perhaps a marathon runner physique. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And I can't, like, with the preset judgments of what we should look like. Lisa said, what I didn't know was how to stand fully inside myself without bracing for impact. Yeah, you gotta. I've learned the hard way how to do that. I think being a bigger woman, it has taught me how to have thick skin with soft layers.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by anything anybody says. I'm not offended. I've built myself up enough in me to know, and y'all know me, I'll be ignorant in a minute. And I'm gonna say something like, and I am, you can say whatever you want to say about my size, and I will flip it and be like, okay, well, I'm glad that you're observing that, and I'm glad that you're aware of that, and I'm glad that you're acknowledging my size, because that lets me know that when I respond to you, like, let's count up the cost of these categories now. Mm-hmm. So you're willing to contend. How do you think this is going to end for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. These hands is heavy on their own. Now, if I put some intention behind them, it's going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. And people just, sometimes you have to take that approach. And I don't want you to think I'm not violent, but sometimes you have to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
Let's see. Paris says, Ray nor Stevie did not love blinding. They're feeling them up and asking their friends. Stop playing, Eric. No one's wife was busted.
I can't with her.
It's Paris. What do you expect?
And then looking on and be like, hey, Charlie, what she look like? No.
I can't. I just can't. Well, unfortunately, all of us don't have that entourage that can do that for us. So we just got to use our eyes. Paris said, "Don't just gave a sermon. Stop the butt, or I'll cancel you." You know what? I'm just. I just want. Okay, no, we not. Paris, play nice. So I was serious about that microphone for Eric. I can't. I'm not doing this. Um.
And they.
Okay, and it says a reminder to be mindful of our comments in the chat. Thank you.
That's
All right,
right.
so I'm not. That's a warning. So we are going to be mindful because, as I've told you, our Ane will definitely have to remove you if disrespect is found. So we want to continue to play nice and have a great conversation.
Yes.
So we have put up with our chat. Thank you, Ane. Again, I told you she will welcome you in and put you out at the same time. And we appreciate her. So, with all of that being said, one thing I want us to consider and be mindful again when it comes down to the point of plus size love. Love a person, I would say, because again, we've said this before, but love a person because of who they are. The plus size community has come a long way. You know, what people don't realize is that if it wasn't so much negativity towards people who have issues with their weight, who may be obese, fat, overweight, however you want to put it, if there wasn't so much negativity, people may be more prone to do something different to help get them on a healthier track, you know. But oftentimes, because of the negativity, people get caught up dealing with, you know, it makes you more depressed. It makes you feel unvaluable. It makes you unattractive. You could have been thinking that you are looking your absolute best today.
Yep.
You know, it might be the best that you can do today, and someone will come along and say something negative to you, referring to your body or what you're wearing. And you don't even have to be heavy for that, you know, for this to happen. I'm sure we've all been in those spaces. You don't know what it took for a person to get up and to pick their head up off of the pillow and to get themselves up and get out the door. I tend to on the days when I feel my worst, I try to make sure that I look my absolute best. You know, I try to do the extreme opposite of what I feel, you know, of how I'm feeling. So, no, you're good, Paris. You're good. Listen, this you and Eric, y'all fight how y'all fight. So you're good.
I think like Justin said
We
something
good, Paris.
that made sense, right? Like, or had a question that really is a question, like, who decided what plus size is?
Good question. Because that just out of nowhere. Because the 80s and 90s, we never, you know what I'm saying? We never looked at men or women as plus size.
Yeah, like who decided? Like when did that become a thing?
The plus come from, and what size do you think makes it plus size?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's crazy about that is that it has changed so much. Oh, thank you, Lisa. All right, listen, y'all, make sure you go and follow Sidewalk Therapy. Our girl, Lisa, she says, have a great night, everyone. I have to turn and see you next week. I can't wait. We're going to hold your spot. You know, next week, we might have to be up on this side of the panel, sis. You know, I know how to find you. We're going to talk about love all month long, just different aspects of it. But, you know, the thing is this. Nowadays, back in the day when they first started this whole like plus size thing, it started at like a size 18. Okay. Then it went to like 16, 14. Nowadays, plus size kind of starts at like a size 10.
A 10?
Some places are up, and look at this. The curator of this amazing space, my auntie Bravo, Pastor Sheila, is in the building. She says, great conversation panel. Thank you for joining in. You know, she'll always pop in. She's a busy woman, but she always makes sure that we are okay over here.
like I'm really trying to figure out, like, so, like, who decided that 10 is plus size?
Right.
What they've done is it really goes into the beauty industry, and finding those common sizes, which is crazy to me because the thing is this: if you make clothes, more attractive clothes and things in particular sizes, it will drive people to want to lose weight just to fit into this. So
Mm.
it helps build up it, you know what I'm saying? It helps build up that money making part of the beauty industry when it comes to fashion and things like that, because oh, they don't make this in this size. And you know how we do, ladies, you'll find a dress and like, okay, I'm going to this party, I want to wear this dress, they only have it in this size. You know, you will eat celery and drink diet water for 6 weeks just to fit in this dress. You know, this the ridiculous things that we do.
I'm not that.
Me either. I'd be like, well, I'm gonna buy 2 of them and sew them together in order to make the size that I need. You
You want to know so
know what I'm saying? But
the 90s, they used to have this store, the 90s and the early 2000s, used to have this store called 16 Plus. And that was geared towards
mhm.
bigger size women. So back in the late 90s, 2000s, when 16 Plus was open, that was geared. They were promoting 16 Plus as being fluffy women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lane Bryant, right?
Right.
Like,
But
right?
but then when it comes to men, it's big and tall.
Yep.
And that wasn't even a thing for a long time.
Right.
But
Right.
you know what's crazy is, like Eric said, like for men you call it big and tall, but for women it's 16 plus.
Right.
Yeah, well, now, but again, but there was a time when it was not even a thing for men. You know, it didn't exist. And then for women, it was, like I said, you know, anything over size 12, because the beauty industry, and when you thought about when they were doing fashion and European fashion and using, you know, models that are, you know, of Asian culture, genetically they're built different. You know, genetically their frames are smaller. They're not the same. So they were using that as the main standard to try to fit everyone into. So if you didn't fit into that particular space, then you were considered plus size. You couldn't get the nice clothes. You know, they were not making them. And back in the day, if you went into Lane Bryant, which, you know, no offense, but I could not stand shopping in there because I felt like I was going in there and coming out like wearing clothes like my nana would wear, you know. And I'm like, I'm 16 years old. I don't want no, you know, what is that ruffled poplin shirt with all, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, what am I doing? What school? I'm not wearing that to school. You know what I'm saying? I'll stay home and fail. I just wasn't doing it. But this is how those beauty standards that do not embrace the differences of culture have forced us into this box at one point.
Yeah.
And I love that now heavier people, thicker people are taking the stand, acknowledging their beauty and their handsomeness and all the wonderful things. And that point of self-acceptance as is ringing so loudly for men and for women. It's crazy. It's crazy that women will go across the country to go get BBLs, to go get boob jobs, all of these things to change their physique to be a fuller figured woman.
Mm-hmm.
But you will criticize the woman who's bigger naturally.
Yep. It's crazy. That is crazy.
Like Justin said, being cornbread fed, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm thick from the ankles up. It's just how I'm built. You know, now I had other health issues that came into play that, yes, affect my weight loss and weight gain. But I'm on my own journey, and I'll be transparent. I'm on my own journey, but y'all know, working towards getting back to where I feel comfortable, which is dropping 50 to 70 pounds is what I would like. That's where I'm trying to get to. I'm proud, I've dropped 12 and I've lost them. I ain't pick them back up. Thank you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you drop them and then you go back and get them. I wasn't going back to get them this time. I didn't want them. We're not friends anymore. We broke up for real. But above that, I'm glad I got to a place where mentally I'm loving all of me every day, and embracing that and no longer letting outside people and outside things and outside voices try to dictate what I should be and how I should be and where I should be. It's like, no, that work again. My sister is 5'11". Eric said she told Eric, and Eric is 5'10". My sister's 5'11" and slim. I'm 5'5" and short and thick. And I'm like, she's her and I'm me. I don't compare myself. And that's the thing, we have to stop comparing ourselves.
But the other important thing about your weight loss is it's for health reasons. Like Justin said with his, right? It's for health reasons, right? It is, and yeah, we probably all at some point has had to shift our mental to realize that we're beautiful regardless, right? But that's when you get to the point where you're like, okay, why am I like? I know the first time when I went on my health journey and weight loss, I was in my 20s and I was like, living in the Bronx trying to run up those stairs at 219th Street.
Come on. Like,
wait a minute now, girl, you need to do something because you shouldn't be this tired at 20-some years old trying to get up these stairs. I'm really the person I'd be like, I'll wait for the next train, right? Because I'm not running. And that's what really, and then I started a job at like Girl Scouts of the USA, and you go to the nurses, right? And and I was like, oh my God, right? And they had like a Weight Watchers program. And so I joined the program there, right? But it really, for me, was about being healthier, right? Because I was like, wait a minute, you're like 20-some years old. You can't run up these stairs. Like you literally missing trains because we
could barely do it when we were 16. So,
So, and then like Justin said, like in my family, people who have, diabetes, it's genetics, right? So just thinking about those hereditary illnesses as well, that you got to be mindful of, like your sugar intake, your carb intake, because it does impact like my A1C is like probably 5.7, right? And the doctor's like, oh, you got to watch it, right? But when I went to the nutritionist, she was like, I think yours is hereditary because the number is low, right? Like it's not high, it's borderline, but that still means I need to be mindful of the fact that is something that runs in my family, right?
But you know what?
Pressure and diabetes and stuff like that.
But also with that, that's 2 points I would make with that. A lot of us you don't know until you know.
Exactly.
So it could be very underlying, and if you don't know that it exists and you're not aware, that these are things that are, like you said, hereditary, you're just going to continue living your life until one day all of a sudden pops up, and then you can do something about it, which, is legit. But along with that, it's like, why do I have to run down my chart to you, to justify the body that I'm in? No one wants to go on a first date and be like, yeah, so here are my health issues. And so this is what, and I'm this way because, having to explain. And I don't think that we should put people in positions, especially when it comes to our physique or body type. You have a lot of heavy, overweight, thicker people who will try to explain or justify. I know because I've done it. I've done it myself. Like, yeah, well, I'm not normally this, and so because, what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even know if you're going to make it to the next date. I don't want to have to tell you, what it is. Like, I just like me for who I am.
Yeah. But that's
You know,
like the girl
and
with
stop
Eric who
explaining.
decided because she saw his picture and his stomach was fat that she didn't want, like, you could have went out on a date and had an awesome time with an awesome guy, but you missed out because you said his stomach was fat.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, listen, if he does, look, I don't want to. All right. I don't want to lay on a stone wall. I don't. It's not. I need some fluff. I need something to hold on. I need something. I need a pillow. I need something, sir. Okay. Now I'm not saying don't be solid. I'm cool with that, but I need at least a layer. Like, can just feel one layer of fat. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, if I want to sleep on cement, I'll go outside. That's why I don't want to go outside. You know, I just need a little.
What time is it? It's 8:31. Okay. All right. Okay.
Is that what happened? Is the shift that?
You don't want
I've been over here watching the clock.
Yeah, I'm like,
you don't want SpongeBob. You want his friend.
I'm like, okay, all right.
Listen, I mean, right. Look, if you got Patrick Belly, it's no problem. Like, I'm cool with that. We ain't got no problem, sir. Are you okay? All right. As long as you okay, I'm okay. If I like you, I like you. And it's like, all right. Now, just be ready for me to adjust it kind of when I'm, because sometimes I got to fluff it my way so that I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
But what's so crazy is, so remember the picture of Justin on what was it, Instagram, Facebook, I don't remember, right? And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I wonder how many women are going to be in his DM. And I wanted to say to them, y'all need to read Courageous Vulnerability before y'all even tap the button. Because I was thinking, all the women that go in that DM, I need to send them a copy of the book before they.
Look, first of all, I told them, I said they're gonna have to start a GoFundMe account just to go out. That's number one. Number two, you go out with Justin, you are not gonna come back. You either gonna come back not all right or completely all right.
Exactly.
It's only one of two choices. Okay, only the strong is gonna survive. You go out with Justin, all right? Because this dude here, have your mental together. But you're not gonna make it, sis. You're not. Like, you're not gonna be okay by the time. So you're gonna be signing up for a coaching session with him. It's gonna start out as a first date, and then you're gonna sign up for coaching with him afterwards. You're gonna get your life together.
Cerebral experience, like for real.
If you not listen,
if the conversation ain't good, I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm
it's
okay
just not gonna happen.
What I wanted to say was, like, and we kind of touched on it. I think about the fact that who the American beauty standard is based off of. And so our group of women historically have never been what they call now. And they've created this beauty standard that has demonized the bodies of our women so that they can sell it now. Like you said, the BBLs and all that. Now they sell what they've demonized, which is a case that should be studied on its own. And so I think that's what they like. We look at bodybuilders, like that stuff is that's not how it works naturally. Their diets are insane. And I'm saying that because I wanted to be a bodybuilder before. I didn't know. I thought you just ate and work out. I didn't know I was gonna have to eat 12 meals a day and work out every day and be on supplements that cause my body to recover. And when I look at it now, my favorite bodybuilder is Ronnie Coleman. And this guy who used to squat almost a ton can't walk. Like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass on that one, bro. So, like, that's where we have to, like, man, like you said, love who you love. Because if you got an aesthetically pleasing bad attitude, you ain't gonna do nothing but unalive early. Your cortisol
Good.
levels gonna be through the ceiling from dealing with the stress of that beautiful headache.
Yeah.
Listen,
So,
Listen, I hear you get ready to write something. I hear you. I hear it.
I'm gonna have a poem in my thing
I just
tomorrow.
heard
pretty soon.
the beautiful headache, the aesthetically pleasing stress. I hear it coming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You're
listen,
absolutely right.
and Dawn knows this. I had a friend that was a bodybuilder,
Oh,
and he he could not. He would lose his mind if he wasn't in the gym every day,
mm-hmm.
and he was so good at the bodybuilding and powerlifting and all that other stuff. One day he went to the gym to squat. He went to leg press, and he was leg pressing 1,000 pounds. He was doing the incline leg press where he's laying down, and he brought this. When he was bringing the weights down, his kneecap snapped,
Woo.
both of them.
Oh my
The,
God.
the recovery process for that was to the point where he wanted to commit suicide because he
Mm.
felt he would never get back to where he was before. But then also, when you are trying to condition your body to stay where it's at, becomes a problem because he never had calf muscles, so he was gonna go and have implants done for his calf muscles
Oh Jesus.
and everything. But that's what bodybuilders do. If you don't have certain things, you don't have your pec muscles, whatever the case may be, your traps, you're going to have those surgically implanted. But the 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 course behind that is very dangerous because if the stuff that they're putting in you, if it busts, it's gonna cause a problem
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And you know, God rest the dead, he died. He passed away from something that wasn't even well, it was related to the bodybuilding because he was mixing. He got sick.
We're not going there.
Right? No. I'm just saying he he got sick. He had the flu, so he was recovering from the flu, but he was still doing it. He was still doing his regimen,
Mm.
covering, and the mixing of the medication from his regimen and the flu, you know, caused some adverse effects
Wow.
and everything. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful with stuff like that. And all this
Yeah.
natural doing it, you could get that bodybuilder body naturally. You just got to work at it. Don't take the shortcut.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
everything.
Because you know what? If you look at the World's Strongest Man contest, ain't none of them got all of them cuts.
Right.
But they be lifting planets.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Ronnie
The
Coleman.
whole planet. The whole
I-
planet.
The whole planet, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They be
you
lifting some like
what he did to his body. And I'm like,
yeah.
damn.
I wouldn't that what I saw happen to him is what made me not do it no
Yeah.
more. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And these are all things that
I
we need to
stopped. I
keep.
used to
You got to keep in mind.
right now. I used to bench press 405 pounds. I could leg press 1,100 pounds. I don't do that no more. Mm-mm.
You did 4 or 5 the other day.
Mm.
Well, you was
No.
lifting.
I
You
haven't done
bench
405.
pressing. You were
Oh no.
lifting.
That was an old video. That was an old video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that video was like 10 years old, but like now I don't even know if I can because I don't go above 225 now.
Gotcha.
Because like I say, Ronnie Coleman, his joints and everything is messed up. This guy, if you go look at his old videos, this guy,
That man,
it shouldn't even be humanly possible to look like he
what he
looked. But the way it broke his body down, it's not worth it.
right.
It's not
Let
worth
me
it at
tell
all.
you, I am a trainer's nightmare because I will tell them in a minute, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
I'm just here to move my body. I work out consistently, but I'm just here to move my body, make sure I'm exercising. I'm not trying to lift no 50, 20, 100, none of that stuff. Give me some weight Yeah, but don't burpee. Oh, come on now. I'm just trying to be healthy and keep my body moving, but some of these people be doing too much.
Yeah.
A lot of them do, and that's the thing. Overall, you know, you have to be mindful of what this said beauty
Yeah,
cost, and I forgot who said it earlier about, I think it was Theo saying beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know, um, stay true to what's in your eyes,
yeah,
what's beautiful to you, you
exactly.
know, and learn to see the beauty in a person, because at the end of the day, the core of who they are is what you're going to love.
Hmm.
Everything else can change. You can be with somebody who is heavier set, obese, whatever. They just may need that love and that encouragement to, have someone to partner alongside of them. Sometimes you might have to help them, teach them how to care about themselves in that way. Sometimes you might need, and there's nothing better than partnership. But don't just dismiss or overlook because a person is thicker or bigger or heavier, because everybody is bigger than somebody.
Mm-hmm.
A size 6 is
Yeah.
bigger than size 2, um and a size 6 may say, may feel like they're fat, and they're nowhere near that, or heavy, or whatever it is. But we have to learn how to love each other for the content of who we are, while we do understand that we are in a very visual world,
Hmm.
you know. But
But we
just
all,
learn to love the Fluffy Nation people. Listen, we're amazing people. Okay, I promise you this. Once you go fluffy, you never go back. I promise you. Promise you,
but
it's not
you
gonna happen.
also have to learn to love yourself, right? You have to really get to love like everything about you and yourself, because otherwise you can really do more harm to yourself than good. Look at the people who, like you just said, someone who's a size 6 who still thinks they're too big or whatever. That's the person that sometimes might end up being what's that? What's the one where you eat a lot and then throw up, whatever.
Anorexic.
Anorexic, yeah.
Right? And then so I think for me, I think the most part, and I mean, and I had to go through this journey, right, to like just be like, okay, yeah, I like my arms, I like my stomach, I like my this, right? Like you gotta just start looking at yourself and appreciating who you are inside and out. Like you need to be able to look in the mirror and love yourself, right? Because if not,
Absolutely.
you do begin to look at that what society or whatever the beauty, fashion, or whatever they have set as the standard, and then you start chasing that, and you do more harm to yourself than good.
That's true. That's true. Thank you for that share, Theo. That is the absolute truth. Eric, what's your final share?
My final share is love yourself. If nobody else loves you, you love you.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Work on you, on your inner. Your outer is really not important. It's your inner that's important.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that. You gotta have that inner peace and peace of mind to move forward and disregard what people say about you. I don't care what people say about me. I know I'm handsome. I'm 58 years old and handsome. I am a father of two and a grandfather. Yes, I am. And
Go
Well, be it. Okay.
when I tell people I'm
Miss-
58, they look at me and they be like, 58? Really? Be like, let me shave all this off and you gonna be like, what? 58 where?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that.
That's right. Yeah. That's it.
Well, you be it, Mr. 58.
That's right.
What say you, Justin, the tree thrower?
So I gotta be honest. I am in the gym trying to lower my A1C. I got a couple of grays in my beard, and I'm hoping for more. and I'm gonna try to get a 6-pack because I'm trying to sell books. That's it. I'm gonna get fined for like 15 minutes, sell some books, and then I'm coming back to this weight. I ain't doing this because I can't do that forever.
Dawn, you don't go out there.
I ain't ate
Bravo.
bread. I haven't ate bread and I don't know how long, trying to lower this A1C, and it's just lowering the A1C is causing the weight loss. But I realize people don't buy books; they buy people. So I want to give them something to look at, and then y'all, I'm gonna be like Lenny Kravitz. I'm gonna be hiding somewhere. I'm gonna get knee deep in my Bible and hide. That's gonna be what that is. But like you said, you have to.
Don't
You
sell.
have to. We
books.
have to get to a place where we love ourselves. Like
Yeah.
work to be healthy, not what they call in shape. Work to be healthy.
Exactly.
That's good.
You know, as a person experiencing diabetes, the neuropathy, the eyes, the blurry eyes, like that's what I'm trying to not deal with. And so,
Right.
you know, whatever that weight is that allows you not to deal with that, then get there and live your life. But don't get caught up trying to look good enough for somebody, because again, at the end of the day, age is gonna do what it's gonna do no matter what. But character can stay as strong as it was and continue to be strong forever. So if you got trash character and trash personality, it don't matter how good you look. It's your personality and your character is trash.
Yeah.
How you treat people is trash. You know what I'm saying? And so that's, for me, I would say work on that. If that's not what your focus is, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. Don't waste my time. And if somebody get in my inbox, I'm probably not gonna respond. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be too busy, right?
Please don't.
He's only taking book orders.
I'm doing them a favor, believe me, and I'm saying that because I'm doing.
I know. That's why I'm saying please don't.
Hey,
You have been forewarned. Enter at your own risk,
my mind.
and read the warning label that comes with him. That's what he's saying. This conversation has been really go ahead. This has been a good conversation, and I hope that it's been enlightening to people. Again, we don't come on as experts. It's not a counseling session. We're just having very real conversation about very real issues that will cause us to think more about how we relate to one another. You know, I often say for me, I had to learn how to love me. You know, I had to learn how to truly love me from the inside out. And most people that know me never knew that I had self-esteem issues. Never thought about it. Like I said it one time and they were like, low self-esteem where? Like you just, you know, like what does that mean to you? You're just saying it. I'm like, no, you know, don't be fooled because of how you see me show up in spaces, because I have to fulfill my assignments in those spaces. But when I go home, you know, when I'm by myself and with my day to day, you know, I have to then deal with me. I have to then look at me. I then have to manage myself, you know, and there are spaces and there are things about me that I really had to come to terms with. Welcome in, Mr. Brown. Thank you for joining us. It is so good to see you. He says, great conversation. Glad you could join us and tune in. I appreciate you being here.
But I'm glad you said that, because I guarantee you that every one of us sitting here on this panel have had some self-esteem issue.
Oh, absolutely. People think that
I literally told somebody that today.
Yeah.
Today I was on the phone with somebody and I was telling them, like, that is a current present day situation for me. And a lot of people don't know it.
Yeah.
But it's something I battle with every single day.
Yeah.
There's always space to question yourself, to feel. For me, is I want to make sure that I'm giving the best version of me every day. And and doing that for me. Now I would say this, and I'm being honest, as much as I boast to a degree, and I'm not doing it arrogantly, but that confidence, I will refuse to let anybody else ever pick my confidence apart or make me doubt myself, make me question me, whether it be over my aesthetics, my physique, my business, how I carry myself, my abilities, any of that. I'm absolutely confident in me, and I would tell anyone, I know me. I know my flaws. You think when you see me, I don't need you to tell me my size. I know what size I woke up with me this morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to get all this gorgeousness out of the bed. Yeah, I do that. Okay. I carry this every day. But it's not just the physical weight that I carry every day. It's the mental weights that we carry every day, the emotional weights that we carry every day, those spaces where we start to question ourselves. We all have room for improvement. And I will tell anybody, as proud of me as I am, I always say this: I don't like everything about me. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like everything about me, but, and again, here's that but that cancels out everything else that I said. The back end of what I'm saying is going to cancel out everything that I just said. I don't like everything about me, but I love all of me every day.
Yeah, that's important.
And that's the most important thing, that I love all of me every single solitary day.
Mhm.
And what I won't do is allow someone to come along and not match like my love for me.
Mhm.
I don't need you to do it exactly the way that I do it, but you're loved when you feel loved.
Mhm.
That's how when we question, am I loved, or what does a person love me? You know that you're loved when you feel loved. If you have to question it, then that's your answer right there. Then it's not present.
Yeah.
I've learned the mentality that when someone asks me a question, if I can't say yes as quickly as I say my name is Dawn, then the answer is no. Then that means that there's something that's missing. And I'm saying all that to say, for both of us on both sides of this coin, when we're talking about plus size love, those of us who are of thicker body mass, know your value, stand on it, own it, and walk in it. Be comfortable with you and do what you need to do daily to get to where you need to be, not to please other people. Get to where you need to be. Trust. I think when I dropped these 50 pounds, like that, I think God is like, you know what? I'm gonna keep you where you at because you're already out of control. So when if you get back to where you were, like I don't know. We're not sure what's gonna happen. I need adult supervision as it is. 50 pounds lighter, Jalen would not be able to find me. Like, mommy don't live here no more. It's just all Dawn. And for those of us who are on the other side, listen, love people for who they are. Love all of the things. Wrap your arm. Let me tell you something. A thicker person will hug you in a way that you have never been hugged before. Okay? Learn to love. You will have you ain't been hugged till you've been hugged by someone on, the Fluffy Nation squad. I'm trying to say, but in all seriousness, let's not use our own issues to divide us or to cause barriers and to stop us from loving one another. Okay, when it comes to plus size love, make sure that it's from the heart and not caught up in the physical. Yes. So we hope that this conversation has been good. We always have a lot of jokes and we have good time. But seriously, we hope that you walked away with some nuggets and some truth as we have shared on tonight. So I want to invite you, of course, as always, to come back next week. We'll be here at 7 p.m. We got some amazing topics coming up in February. We're going to be talking about what's in a man's heart. In the heart of a man. We want to hear from our men. ladies, we're going to sit back and listen to hear what the men have to say, because what we think is in the heart of a man is quite often not what's in the heart of a man. So we want to come back, have good conversation. You know, nothing is ever normal here. We do what we do, and we have a great time doing it. So I want to invite you all to join me tomorrow night at 7:30. We will be having spirituality with Elder Dawn B. From Switching My Hat, 30 minutes of encouragement through word, through song, through prayer. And then meet us on Monday nights right back here for Monday Beyond the Mic at 7 p.m. with host Dr. Elaine. And I get to ride shotgun and I enjoy it. But of course, Thursday nights, the squad is here and we have a great time. So get ready for Valentine's Day. Love on somebody. Choose somebody to love on and love on them real big. Y'all have a great night. Until next time.
All I do is try to construe this life. Hope is dangerous, call me evil Knievel. You leading on the wrong side, living with pens and needles. So lethal, mean Shane Black wanna write a sequel, cause I snuggle my dreams.